Hello friend, it's Tonton. In today's video we're gonna do a guide about Marvelous Fantasia, a game mode that many of you love or many of you dislike, but there are very simple tips that you can apply, and there is no secret, it will need practice. If you want to rank, it will actually need money. At the free to play, you might go to level 20, 21, 22. I've heard some go to 23 if you are really good, but you see people are going like far, far beyond that. The rewards overall are pretty bad for the money it costs. That's very, very little. So it does not really worth it. The packs are not really good that you buy. You have this one every day that's okay value, but it's kind of low at the end of the day. So if you spend very little, that's your daily best pack. You see, like for $5 or €6, you get twice more than here, right? So the unlimited one is terrible, and the other one you start to lose value because for twice the money you don't have twice the VIP points and you don't have twice the fire crystals. So yeah, you don't even have twice the items inside, right? You have one less of these per euro spent. I mean, one less overall. So the value is not crazy on packs and stuff. So like spending on this event is really if you like it. But for free to play, for everyone who cares, to get some of these rewards, like 18 is okay, 16 is okay, 18 is okay. As a reward, 20 start to be okay as well. So you can get some of these as a free to play. It just takes a bit of practice and being good at the game and a bit of luck too. Some of it is luck based, but with these tips, there are 5, 6 very simple tips that will help you. The way it works is you get every 2 hours you get another attempt, so you will have plenty of tries, and when you run out you can buy some with gems. So overall, someone that is at 81, they spend a lot of gems buying extra attempts, because you don't get that many. That's simple at that, and I'm very happy that I don't get that many because it's already taking enough time to play with. When you are far enough, you will get one of three of the three items, right? So the remove, so you have a 7 tile cannot box at the bottom where you can put the things you are getting. So you see we can do 7, so then it's full if we do one more. And to remove one, to remove some of them you need to align 3, right? So you see I did 3 rabbits, now I do 3 flowers, now I do 3 of that, I don't know what it is, now I do 3 boots, now I do 3 pans, and see it's removing my things. In terms of items, you have one that's called reshuffle or reconstruct, sorry, the one on the right that will basically set up the board fully again. So let's play a beat. Let's say I'm rushing, and then I'm getting stuck. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting stuck yet, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do anymore. So I can reshuffle. So the reshuffle, I'll talk a bit about more later, but that's how it works. It's basically you keep your cards here. If you add some here, I think it's reshuffling them as well. But it's reshuffling the board, and often it's allowing you to get unstuck. If you have your end that is full with 6 like me, it's not gonna work. So I'm just showing you the tool, and we will do a proper game, the object. So the other one is this one is remove, so it's putting 3. It's kind of storing 3 of them that you can use later. So that's your last option. Often you want to do a reshuffle first, mid game, like early game, mid game when you are stuck, you do reshuffle. That will work from experience. That will work far better than the remove first. Then later in the game you will want to remove, and the withdraw you will mostly use it when you want to know what's beneath something. So let's say I can keep playing, right? I can keep playing for a bit. That's all okay, but here I really need another envelope. For example, let's say I'm stuck and that's the only thing I need. I mean, I got one here, but let's say I don't have one here, right? So I have 2 envelopes, I really need one, and that's my only chance. So maybe I'll click here, okay, there is no envelope, I'll cancel. And I'll try to see if I unstuck myself. So that's mostly how you use these items, and all the way it works for items and all of that. So now let's play properly with some advice. So see, I get this for free. So if you buy pack, that's what you get. Here when you start, you will have to look at the level, and the level are changing. Like right now we are level 15, so things are a bit hidden. Sometimes there is like 3D, so things, you will get used visually to see which is under what and or above what. But sometimes, some look like they are available next and they will be hidden under another layer. So that's happening more and more around level 15, 16, 17. That's why people get stuck. It's because like it's really hard to predict what's gonna be next because it's hidden under other tiles, and that might mess up your plays. something you have to consider as well is you can see we don't really know for these places, but we know here there are many layers. So you will want to take like evenly from all the side of the board. So you don't want to empty that side without leaving that one very high, because there will be that means that there will be a lot of tiles hidden and you won't be able to progress. The two at the top, I find that they are better for middle to late game. So I will try to use them as little as possible in the first few rounds. I will try to get rid of things here, and on a map like that, I'll try to understand if beneath it there is like a lot more or there are little more, and we will see it very quickly. So you see, okay, you start to remove the eggs. So I'm not gonna take the eggs from here so far, right? So you see there are a few, but I don't really know how much. And see what I mean? If you think, like if you click here, you might think that the next one available is the clock. But the next one is actually the bear, and between the clock, and if you wanted to go for the clock, right? You will have to go through the tree, the bear, the rabbit, and maybe the clock. It could be even hidden. So some of them, they look that they are the next one, and it will get even more tricky a bit later. So that's the part that is a bit challenging. So you can remove some of it, and we want to stick to the middle and try to get it on both sides. And of course, you want to plan a bit ahead, more than one turn. So right now there is no much need to be huge thinking, but you want to go slow, to think a bit. You look, I see a lot of rabbits, I see a lot of trees, I see some envelopes, but right now I can get access to the trees very easily, right? And then, like some people might think that the envelope is the next one if I click here, but the envelope is at the same layer as this if you look at it. So the envelope is beneath that layer. So if I click on the rabbit here, you see the envelope is not next. There are a lot, so you will get used to that. Your eyes gonna get used to that. You will start to see it, and you will start to be able to handle it, right? And to manage it. So what you want to count as well in your head is how much you need to unstock what you want. So if I want to go for the bear, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got 4 spots. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bear was very unlikely to be beneath something else. It was quite obvious that it was the next one. Here, is the envelope the next one? Very likely, but it could be that there is another layer here somehow. But you see, it's the next one. That was very likely. Same, the rabbit is very likely the next one here. So we can go for the rabbit. That's kind of where you play. And now, we did not use the one at the top at all. And that starts to be a bit of a concern for me, because we need to go through it as well. Is the flower the next one, right? Can you see if it is at the same level as the snowflake or it is above? And I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure right now. So if I had to go to the glasses, I need 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's gonna be okay. In terms of the blue, that's a bit too much as well. I need 5. So there are good things I can do. Eggs, I cannot do anything with it. The rest, I cannot do anything with it. So we're gonna go here and okay. So the flowers was beneath, so that's because I will have that plate. I did the pan because I could go here and then I could go here and I will have enough spaces, right? But I can do that very safely. The problem here, what I'll be able to fix, is that it starts to be full with very different one at the bottom. And that could be where troubles are appearing. And here I'm playing a bit quickly because I don't want the video to be too long, and I might stuck myself because the yellow, the blue ones, like the flags, like you could consider in that case, where do I get it? Do I get it from, I forgot where I got it, from here, or do I get it from here and I use that one because the tool is not really good for me, but it was possible that the tool was good for me eventually. It was not in that case, but that could always be an option. So you will want to start to think about where you get your next to do your 3 to remove things. So you see, I see the rabbit a lot. I see this one a lot. But if I go on that side, maybe I want to not get it from here and here, because here there is probably nothing beneath this one. So this one, something you don't want to do as well is removing too many tiles. If there is nothing beneath it, I'm sure, I believe, I'm not sure if there is something beneath this one, but I'll try to keep it as long as I can, because if I reshuffle, that's gonna give me an extra option. So I have one more option on the board. So that's why you want to kind of remove things, on all sides, on, here, here, so you keep a lot of options on the board. One way you lose is you don't have enough option on the board. So I don't like to get that one, but that may be what I need to do, or I need to go through that. And so far, I prefer to go through that pile because that started to be a lot and I did not start it. So see, we now know that if we play that level again, the cards will not be in the same order, but you know that these two, there are not that many. There are a lot more on the sides. So you will want to keep real estate and to keep many options. You will want to keep these a bit longer maybe if you can, because I went through them very quickly. And that means if I reshuffle now, I don't have any options. So, and that could be a good time to reshuffle. Maybe not yet. I'll do that first. But you see, I start to remove some options. So my reshuffling will be less effective later because I remove many options. So here, I'm not sure it could be 3 beneath it, or it could be a bit deeper. I'm assuming it's 3 because I kind of get used to the level. But you know, some levels it won't be that easy, and it might be tricky. And if you go for it, you might lose. Here, it should be at the same level as the flower. So I need 1, 2, 3 for the rabbit. I need 4. I have 4 spades. That's gonna be okay. I cannot do the envelope. I cannot do the flower yet. So that's my only play right now is the rabbit. And then that's where I might need to reshuffle because I cannot do the envelope. I cannot do the flower. I cannot do the tool. I cannot do that maybe with this. And I have still some real estate. And you want to reshuffle always with 3. Sometimes you are tempted to get maybe the tool or maybe the flag. So you get 2 and 2 and it's easier to clear. But you will see when you reshuffle, often the game will allow you to be unstuck and to give you 3 of the same. And they might not match the one you have. So in the past, sometimes I've been using 1 tool. So I had 2 tools, 2 flags, 1 flowers, and 1... I could do that with the flower. I could do that with the postcard. And then, you know, it was not working at all. So you want 3 spots left and you want to keep these like that. 4 of them maximum. So you see, I'm getting fully unstuck, right? I can do 3 of these plus I can do the trees. So let's do the obvious ones. Let's do the 3 of these. And then the trees, where do I want to go next? So next, that trees allows me to go to this one and something else that I don't know. So that's not really helpful. These trees, they reveal something I don't know. So that's helpful. And this tree is removing maybe a crystal shard or a tool that I might know because I'm not know what I'm gonna reveal. So right now I can do that and I can decide, right? Do I want to go one more here or do I want to go here? I think here is a bit safer for now. That's quite okay. That's a good place. So let's go here as well. So we are doing decent. Here you can nearly use the remove whenever you want. It's gonna be used anyway. So now it's like, okay, you're looking at envelope. I don't have any options. You're looking at flowers. I have only 1 visible. You're looking at the tool. I have only one visible. So I have nothing that is 3 matching. So I don't know where to go. So in that case, you need to go next. So if you want to see what's beneath something, you can always do that. And if it was not something you wanted to play because it was not helping you, you can withdraw. But here I can do that. Okay, I'm moving forward a bit. That's really in here. I need to go through that. So I have a bit of a connection issue, but that should not prevent us to play. Or here I need to go through that, or I need to open some of these. So here, I'm not sure what it is, but it could be, we don't really see, right? But if it was that one, it will be maybe a bit darker and it will have that little thing. So that may be a flag, and I don't see any other flag. So I think the strategy for me is to go through these or here to see what's underneath here. Okay, so that's too far to go here, and that's why you can start to lose, right? So I have a few options. So let's see, okay, I get a tree. So the tree is good because I can do that. Then I can do that. Then I really get unstuck. Because I see that there is an envelope here. I have 2 bears. I have 2 envelopes. I have 3 of these, but they're a bit far. I have 3 glasses. So like with that, if I do that right now, I need to count. But if I do remove, I do 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I can do 6 and I can do 7 and I can get these. I will likely get these as well before, so to kind of be secure. So to be secure, I'll do that. Then I'll be okay. Bear I cannot do. So I'll be able to do the bear, I'll be able to do remove, and I will be able to do that as well. So you see I can do the boots. That's simple, that prevents me to think. I have 2 bears, 2 flowers, 2 stars, so it's unlikely I can lose at that stage. You just need to pay attention to what you do, and see we even have the other item. So that's simple as that. When you start to think, you can beat some levels. And some of it is based on luck. So I'll just check the tips again. I will do one more level together, and that we'll call it a day. So the only tips I did not give you before we keep going was that you get some free items from the game. So you have some free here that you get every time. So every time you make an attempt, you get these, and then on top of that, you get some that you can use extra. So my advice will be to use them to keep them for later stages. So here, there is likely a lot in the middle. There is quite a few at the top, but there is likely a lot in the middle. So we want to go through the middle quite a bit. And it might start to be where we have a lot of different layers and things are quite hidden. So we will want to try to go for the safe ones. And you will start to train your eyes. I mean, my eyes are kind of trained, and I did not play it a lot this time around, but my eyes are kind of trained to see, to match the 3 of them. So sometimes I'm not seeing them quickly, but often I do. And I'm trying to reveal what's beneath it. So I'm trying to go to progress, on every part of that kind of block of the middle. So you see we can do the tools. I love to do this one because there are quite a few, but we have a lot of bells. We have some stars. We have some eggs. I'm not sure which I want to go next. So I'll get one here. That's okay. The game prior, I kind of keep that for a bit too long. So right now I'm like, I can do that, right? That's 5 to get the blue. But then I will have in my bar, I'll have an egg. I'll have an envelope. I'll have that, which is not really, really good. So I will go through one at the top. And I went to 2 of these on the right, so I'll try to go on the left if I can, to kind of balance things a bit. So I can go through that. That's removing these. It's kind of showing me some of the shards beneath it. I clearly have these 3 that are easy to get. That's obvious. I have a lot of rabbits as well, but if that's what the player wants to do, yeah, I think that's okay. Because it's going to reveal me some of these blue ones, and that's going to be good. The envelope, they are not too far as well, so I can do the envelope soon. So we really go through everything nicely. You see, I can do the stars, and the one I prefer is either these 2 to see if there is something somewhere else, beneath them, either this one or this one to unlock me. What do I need unlock? I need an egg to be unlocked, so that's good. So let's do like that. So I start to see what's beneath it. So right now, I know that beneath this one there is something. So that's important to reveal. Beneath this one, I probably know what's up, and beneath this one, there is probably nothing because there is nothing on that layer here. So this one is not revealing anything, this one is not revealing anything, this one is revealing something very likely. So then I'm removing this one. Then what do I want next? There is 2 envelopes. There is a boot a bit below here, so that may be interesting for me. At the top, there is nothing on the other one, so that's... Here, there is a boot as well, but it's a bit, it's like 4. That might be a bit better to get through that one. So let's go through that one. And here I'm kind of, stuck. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't have that many options. So I'll go for the boots. And that's when it's risky because I start to accumulate things I cannot use at the bottom. So the reshuffle is very close. Like I'm already considering reshuffling because unless I can do, I can do that. Out of 3, I can get 3, and that's going to remove me that. That's going to be okay. And we see what's beneath, so that's really good. Here I need 5 to go and get this one. The pants, I can do the pants. That will be okay. That I cannot do as well. But I can do that if I want to, but I'll keep it for a bit later. So I think I'm gonna do the pans for now. So to reveal what's beneath it a bit. Would love to do some of the flowers, but that's a bit late. I think I need to do the blue ones because I cannot do, because that will allow me to do that. So it will really allow me to clean my board, and I still have a lot of options here. So we can start to do that. So you see it's going very nicely. And often when I play, I don't play with that much care, but I'm trying to show you like a very good example of how you can do. Like I see that these three are close to each other, so it's kind of catching my eyes, but I'm not sure how deep is this one. There might be, it might just be three, but there might be a bit more hidden. It's unlikely, but it could be in some levels. So I can do eggs quite easily. One, two, that's a lot of eggs right here that I could do. Because I did not check the tool. So regularly you check everything you have because your eyes might not be able to see it clearly, easily. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's dig a bit. Yeah. So we have, one tool. Tool is a bit far here. So that's not gonna work. Can we do? Yeah, I can do that. And that's giving me an envelope. I have two envelopes. So it's a very, very nice. And if I would reshuffle soon, that will be really good because I still have a lot of real estate. I still have a lot of options. So that will really help me to progress. So the tool here is 5 deep at least. Here I got 2 glasses, but this one is 3 deep. So that's 5 in total. So I don't have 5. The flowers, I can do the flowers. So see, like, before I do the flowers, I can do that as well. But I start to remove a lot of my real estate. So that's the part I don't like about too much. So here it's 2 and 1 and 1. So I can do this one. Can I do the envelope? It seems not. So that's might be my best play. I cannot do anything else yet. I mean, I'll be able to do that, but again, I'm removing a tiny bit of real estate. So we can do that. But so far so good. It's going very, very, very good. I'm just afraid to like a bit of options later. So this is maybe 4. So I could do that, which give me one of these, which I got. I got one, so there is one not too far. So I could go for the bell. The boots is like 5 deep, so that's a bit too much. So I can do the boots a bit later if I manage to clear that. That's as well a good option, right? It's a bit less messy to do. 2 bells, 3 of these, so that's really good. I will be able to do the boots. Then I will be able to do the bells. So see, like for the star, I have options now. I need 2 and I have a lot of them. So here it's a clock. We don't really need a clock. It's a rabbit. We have one here, one here. So this one seems to be a good choice. This one is unlocking me a glass, getting closer to a glass, and we need a glass. So that's really good. Then we were thinking about the envelope or the flowers, but that we cannot do. Eggs we cannot do. We can do for now. That I had an option for eggs. I could have chosen which one I wanted, which I played a bit quickly. I might not need many items, So like if you really take your time, it's often going very well. So we can do the stars. We can finally do these. So we are clear. Like, do I want to go through here? Well, it might be nothing. So I don't know the level yet very well, but it could be that there is nothing beneath and we are close to the end. Or it could mean that there are more levels. And so I will tend to prefer to go deeper, but that will add me. It will give me one of the extra items. Okay, so there is nothing beneath it. So that we know now. We start to know that. So that's the end as well here. Probably there is nothing beneath it. So we can do that. We can do we want to do rabbit? We want to do this one. I think that's a bit better. So we can do the flowers. We can do the rabbit. We can do these. Okay, they are a bit more beneath it, so that was a good choice. I can do the clock. No, I cannot. What can I do? The blue I cannot. tools, I need 5. I got 4 spaces. So it's kind of where I reshuffle, but I really like the board so far. If I'm honest with you, I really like the board so far. So, but I don't think I can, right? So either I look at what's beneath it and I use the withdraw. And so I cannot do anything. So yeah, I think that's okay. So we will reshuffle now. So the game should allow me to get 3 of these easily. It should be help me to unstack myself, and then I get even the remove. So that's gonna be okay, right? So that's good. So now we have boots. I cannot do. We have the flake. I cannot do. We have the clock. I cannot do, and we have the blue. I cannot do. So now we will need to do that. We will need to do that. So what will be my next move without accumulating too many? So that's not too bad. Because I remove these 3, I see if there is something beneath it, but I don't think there is. Then clock I cannot. The stars are a bit too deep, so we will do a bit later for the stars. So that's where it can go wrong very quick if I mess up. So I cannot do the bell. I'm kind of curious what's beneath it, to be honest. It's a pan. So it's a bell and a pan I cannot do anything with it. So we need to remember that it's a bell and a pan. So here my next move could be, I got 5 spots. It could be the stars here. But the main issue is like I don't think there is anything beneath that. So it takes me 3 to get that stars to show me nothing, and it might be something here. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that give me an envelope, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is good. That give me that. That does not help me. And here it's giving me that. Okay, so let's do that. See, I missed it before. So there is nothing here beneath it. So, Okay. So if I remove these 2, I mean, that's what I need to do anyway, I think. So I got 4, and I need 5 for the letters. So I need to unstuck myself badly. Something is not working right now. I don't see the boots. I don't see the flakes. I cannot do these. I can do the envelope, but I need 5, so I will need to use one of my items. But that could be a time to use that. I could see what's beneath it, but it's likely the envelope and then something else beneath it, so it does not really help me. So that's where I'm kind of stuck. I will need to use one of these. So either I'm not far enough, and I'm deciding that 16 is easy enough at the level, and I'm not gonna use these items, or I just want to get the rewards, and I'm gonna use one of these items, and it's gonna make my life very easy. The only thing to understand is like if I use remove again, it's gonna hide these 3 with these 3 ones. So you will need to remember 2 layers. And I would not be able to get the ones that are beneath. So that's something you might want to take an image of with your phone, or not somewhere what you have. Because I tend to, if I use remove, they're gonna have 2 layers and I will see only the top, and I tend to forget myself. So unless there is something obvious I don't see, I don't think I can easily unstack myself because I need 4. So I need to see what's beneath this one, and that's not good. It's a magnifying glass. Oh, but I can. Okay, I can. We unstuck. We are unstuck. So I can do. Sometimes, when especially at the end of the day, for me it's kind of evening time, you miss little details like that, and you can get yourself sorted out. So the boots is 3 deep. That's 3 deep. So I would really need one of these. Because I have 3 spaces. So what will be ideal is like behind this, there is like a flake. Or here there is a flake, one or the other, and I don't know which one I want to do. So it's not a flake. So let me use some items to show you, right? So it's not a flake. So here It's not a flake as well. So here it's very risky because my only option, so the flake is somewhere deeper. There are some levels that are a bit deeper. So I cannot do anything if I use that and not being able to complete because I'm gonna hide what I want. So ideally it will be a reshuffle, but the issue with the reshuffle is, see, it reshuffled this, is I don't have the space to get 3. So if I did not get lucky with that, it could have been an issue. It clearly could have been an issue. So now we are kind of unstuck for now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 spots, so that's gonna be okay. 1. So here I need to be careful. I need to do that first because you see, if you do them in the wrong order, you can lose. So I use some extra item just to show you, to wrap up the video, but that will have been one that I will have lost and I will have needed to restart. Maybe one last thing, you get the daily reward that are quite good, you know. That's one way to get the city skin a bit faster. You get 50 a day. That's a 3-day event. So you go, that's 150. So that's helping you toward your mushroom skins or things like that. That's really nice. You get this milestone reward as well, which is, you know, always appreciated. Most of you get the emote at 15. Most of you can go to 18, I think. That's going to be a bit tough, but with today's video, you should be able to go to 18. For me, I manage it, you know, 18, 20 nearly every time now without, if I care to play, you know, depending a bit on the time. It's not my focus, that kind of game, especially for, you know, that little amount of reward, but, you know, that's still free reward, so why not? Let me know in the comment if you have any other tricks, if you find the video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.